Hey, welcome to the channel. I'm Davina, and I'm trying to do a systems check, so let's see if it's actually working properly. And it looks here like the input should be the webcam, and then the output, I don't need an output because it's just me talking to the TV. So, Hobart, is it working properly? It's not? I don't know what that's about. So, can you come check the system? I need my tech guy over here. He's very techy. He's gonna check and see what's going on. Hold on. Hi. Can you hear me, Harold? Can you hear me? Okay. Can you hear me? Just started. Let me see. Hearing you. Just started hearing you. Oh, okay, great. Cool. Thank you. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Davina. Hobart. He is over there. I'm waiting for him to come over here. That's okay. So today we're going to talk about politics in the Philippines. We're also going to talk about, hi, good morning, Yu-Gi-Oh! Good morning, everybody. And thank you so much for joining us. I see Just One Sweeties here. That's Heather from high school. What? Now, thank you for hitting the thumbs up button. I'm gonna go get a brush. Okay.
Hey guys, what? Just One Sweetie. Just One Sweetie. I met Just One Sweetie in high school.
But you also met me in high school.
Yeah, I met you in high school.
So we got some high school friends here. That's great. I'm so glad you're here for the live.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us. I hope everything is okay on your side of the world. There, Just One Sweetie. And you too, Harold. Hopefully,
Harold!
Everything is good on your side, and Yu-Gi-Oh! I think is on our side.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh's here.
Yu-Gi-Oh's on our side. So thanks for joining us. We have a lot. Right now is Friday the 20th. For those of you guys who don't know me, my name is Hobart. And this is
Davina.
And we moved here in Philippines, so that way we semi-retired, right? We're not working right now. We're trying to be bystanders here in Philippines, but it's difficult to do that.
It is.
When you are updating your entire house to prepare for family and friends to visit.
Yeah. So, and all of our family and friends are invited to come and visit us
yes.
here in the Philippines.
Yes. So right now we're doing a lot of construction in the house. So just to give you guys an update, lots of construction in the house. They finally completed the second story. New structure, second story on the second floor slab is done. They're working on the bathroom renovations. They're actually putting in the new tile, and yeah, the kitchen is finally ours. Right?
Yeah, so, our kitchen is finally done. So we're starting to move in. We still haven't installed completely the electrical stove yet. That took a lot of work, like with getting electricians out here, getting the company for the electrical company to come out here and redo all the wires. And we live in a cement home. So redoing the wires requires like chiseling
breaking into the
wall.
concrete, yeah. So.
And then the way they do wiring here is like they put the base up, they put the whole foundation and the whole house up, and then they chisel into the wall, the wires. So you can actually kind of see where the wires were, and then you know where to go when you're going to go and like change stuff.
And so in construction, you're not supposed to do that. So you're supposed to build the pipes in the frame, and then the pipes go in, and then the electrical before they actually do the blocks. But here it's backwards. They build the walls first, and then they chisel into the cement slab, right? So for houses that have weight-bearing walls, you're not supposed to be chiseling into the weight-bearing walls, right? But that's just how they do it here.
Yeah. So, and this house is coming along really nicely. We were just admiring the new kitchen. My daughter was so excited about the second bathroom finally being open. I know it's been a struggle just having one bathroom for like months.
So they just finished painting the kitchen yesterday. They're in by our kitchen is a bathroom. They just have to fix the roof on that. They have to install the exhaust fan, and then they have to install the light in there, and then that's done. So once all that's complete, we'll give you guys a tour. All right?
Yeah.
Harold, a pool. You know what, bro? When you come down here, you won't need a pool because we live on an island in Philippines.
And we can just go to the ocean.
Drive an hour, 2-3 hours in each direction, and you'll hit water.
The pool over
Yeah.
Let me tell you guys something though. That first week we were here, I did some impulse buying. I was like, I went and bought a pool from the local market. It was like a $40 pool, $40 US. I was like, we're getting this pool. I got home. Turns out I need some kind of pump to fill up the pool with air. So that took like 2-3 days. And then finally, we are able to jump in this pool. The kids jump in the pool for about 10 minutes and
it started raining.
It did start raining, and it rained for the next like week or so. And then the pool started to get like slippery and mildew, and then we just ended up throwing it away. So it was like basically 10 minutes of pool time, and I just threw it away. So I know.
Yeah. So Harold, when you do come down here, yes, we can build a pool at, I don't know, maybe on the third floor. I don't know.
On the third floor.
We'll talk about it.
Oh my God.
Up for discussion. First, let's build your little space on the second floor. Your little hacienda.
Yeah.
Your little perch on the second floor. The bathroom is already it's already planned out. It's got a bathroom. It's gonna be a huge room. Semi-kitchen, so looking forward.
Yeah, Hobart did say, and I'm gonna tell you some pillow talk. Hobart did say it would like be the best thing if his brother ever came here to visit.
Yeah, that would be great. I mean,
like the best. It'd make his whole life if his brother ever came over here.
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
Good morning, Gamerwitz.
Good morning, Gamerwitz. And so it's interesting because like my brother has been back and forth to Philippines more than I have. And so he definitely has a lot of connections out there in the community. Like every time I go somewhere, right, it's usually an old lady. They're like, "Oh my gosh, is Harold your brother?" I'm like, "Yeah, he's my brother." Yeah. He's like, "Oh my goodness, yeah, he was so nice. Mm-hmm. He would come here and buy up all my barbecue."
You need to stop.
I'm just saying. It's a story, right? So the lady would be like, he comes here and he would buy up all my barbecue, and he would joke around with me. He would say, like, one day I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna date your daughter, right? And this is like the lady's like, oh my goodness, yeah, I know. And so the lady still was like, hey, how's your brother? Oh, he's doing good. He's doing great. Well, tell him my daughter is a bank manager now. So it's interesting. My brother has lots of connections, right? Every time we go somewhere, right? They recognize my sister Hazel because she grew up here until she was like in college. They recognize my little brother Harold because he was here pretty much every year. He would stay here for a long time, and he has a lot of friends that would come visit him. Yeah. They know my mom, right? But then my other sister Heidi and I, they don't know us, so they're like, right. They look at me and they're like, who is that guy?
Well, it's because we were away for 20 years with the military. We only came home probably about 3 or 4 times in that 20-year span.
So Harold's in the chat and he's like, he says, I remember that. I remember her. So he remembers the lady, and now he's trying to say, I try to leave my footprint. You know, there are kids out here that look kind of like you, bro.
No, they're not. They might be yours. You better
just kidding. We have.
Try to get your Harold.
Hey, we have lots of cousins over here. Lots of cousins.
We do have a lot of family out here, which is really nice. And I'd like to say, I just want to take this time to thank the family I have in the States, because without them, like, we would not be successful here. Like, honestly, we need our family and our friends. But so importantly, our family, because there's so many loose ends that we like left the States with, and our family are like really helping us to like tie off those ends.
Yeah, there's a lot of difficult, like a lot of things to do, right? When you leave to go to another country, there are things that you leave behind, and one of the most important things is like your mail, right?
Yeah, your
You
mail.
want to elaborate on that?
Well, even like, for instance, we left our house and we're gonna rent it out, but our house is not 100% ready for rent. And so like I can't go over to the property manager and deal with some things. I'm in another country. So I literally have to ask my family members like, hey, can you drop by? Hey, can you do this? Can you do that? I'm trying to get my house rented. And same thing goes for like if we're looking for mail, like, hey, can you drop by the house? I forgot to do a forwarding address, or I forgot to like I have things I need to get. Something was dropped off by the army at my front door, and that's the last known home of address that they have. And so, yeah, I just I get all these emails saying like things are happening, and I don't have any reaction time whatsoever.
And not just that too. It's like when you work, right? You work throughout that time, and your paycheck doesn't, even though you have a direct deposit in place, your paycheck, your physical paycheck, they mail to you. So our physical paycheck has been from our house to my mom's house. Now it went back to our house.
Yeah.
And then the problem is like, how do you get these checks deposited, right? And so family, right, had like really like Harold and Balin.
Thank you so
Thank you so much, right? And Balin, I was just kidding. There's nobody here that looks like Harold.
Horrible.
We do have cousins. Ow, ow! What? Look at this, right? Assault, guys. Assault. You see that? You see that?
Watch out! Your head is next, boy.
Yeah. So it's not the first time I've gotten like fruits thrown at my head. I gotten a burger thrown at my head. So but you know
the burger was soft. It was like I remember it was like when it hit, it was like.
Hey! This burger was no joke. Okay, this was like a Carl's Jr. burger.
It was a
you know
big burger.
Yeah, it's a big burger. It's not like a McDonald's burger is so tiny. I know that like.
It was Hardee's.
Yeah.
We're in Georgia.
Hardee's and Arby's are the same? Or
no, Hardee's and Carl's Jr.
are the same. Yeah. So it's a Carl's Jr. burger. So if you know what Carl's Jr. is, it's massive, right? The burger is huge. So it's like, and I at that time,
Flame broiled.
Yeah. I wasn't watching my girlish figure at that time, so I was eating a lot, right? So
we were in the army, so like we could just eat a lot.
Long story short, I won the argument. We picked up the burger and I had to eat it. So there you go.
There you go. Yeah, just shake it off a little.
Yeah, shake it off a little.
So what we were saying is it's really important to have family that you can, or even friends, who can help close up some of the tie-ups, some of the loose ends that you have. And you're going to find you have a lot of loose ends. Like we even have loose ends still. Okay, hey, bye, Harold.
Bye, Harold. Thank you for joining us.
On your lunch break.
On your lunch break.
Yeah. So you have a lot of loose ends, and like we're still talking about like, hey, did you pay that bill? Or did you see that? Or I know for a fact, I just sent an email to the dentist because prior to us leaving, we never got billed by the dentist for our kids' dental.
Didn't they send like a retainer to the house too?
Yeah, they're supposed to do those things. I don't know, so who knows how much of that got, a lot of stuff gets lost in the mail or in the process. But when our day came to fly, like it didn't matter what was happening, what I needed to do. Like that day, we were like, we're getting on the plane. And so we left a lot of things all over the place. We had 2 boxes that we still needed to like pack and send with all the stuff that we had just literally just used. And I mean, we just like left them in our family's living room, and we're like, we gotta go,
Yeah.
And like we had bags of stuff that we were like supposed to bring with us, and we just left them. And one of them was like a birth certificate, and I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I forgot that. And my mind was just like going 100 miles an hour that I couldn't keep track of everything we needed to do to get here.
Yeah, regardless of how much planning. And we did a lot of planning. I did a lot of planning. We both have military backgrounds. We've been to multiple deployments in the past. Your packing list is very important. But when you're dealing with like kids and you don't have a unit movement officer and
you're moving out of your house,
you're trying to sell
house.
your vehicles, you're
Mhm.
trying to, make sure that all the loose ends are tied up. Like
Yeah.
even now, right? Like we're calling our gardener in the
Yeah.
US, like,
I'm
hey,
texting him, like,
by the way, your paycheck is at the property manager's.
now,
Yeah, you're gonna start getting paid from there. So it's just there's a lot of difficulty that we wish we could have planned better. But to be honest with you,
I don't think we could have done it. Like,
I wouldn't have it any other way. I
No.
wouldn't have it any other way. I wouldn't.
No.
I wouldn't.
I mean, there's a bunch of things that we could have done,
Mhm.
but it just, you know what? It's okay.
Yeah.
We're very flexible. We can make it work.
I think even now, if I look back and I say, oh, I could have done this better, right? I could have done this better. I could have done this better. But the problem is the timeline and the short span that you have. All right, you just don't have it. And so I think that we did the best that we can do, right? We decided to, instead of packing a container, we packed about like 5 boxes. The last 10 days, we decided to stay with family. And so all of that was valuable. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I mean, like the amount of stuff that we're doing to backtrack right now is kind of hard, but it's not that difficult because, you have your family, I have my family. They're kind of working together to kind of like resolve issues that are still back in the United States for us. You know what I mean? And you know what? I know my brother and my sister-in-law are eventually going to move here to Philippines. Hey, at least when they come down here, this place will be set up already.
Yeah. And I do remember something like magical happened for me one time. It's like I had to sell the car, and I didn't have a ride for me to like get anywhere after I sold it, but I was like, I'll just Uber myself. And hi, money printer.
What's up, money printer?
And so what happened is I was hanging out with my niece, and she's like 24 or 25, and I was like, yeah, I gotta go sell this car right now. And she's like, oh, do you want me to go with you? Like, I have the day off. And I was all, oh, yeah, that would be so helpful. Yeah, sure. She's like, okay, I'll meet you at the car dealer and I'll bring you some coffee. And I was like, what a blessing. Like I was just going to do it all on my own, but it was so like beautiful. And like, I felt like it was just so perfect where like maybe God answered all my problems because yes, I can do things on my own. Yes, I can go and sell the car and then like get an Uber and go about my day. But it just so happened that my family members were like, hey, so what are you doing later? Like, oh, I'm about to sell the car. And so like it was just like everything lined up perfectly. And my 2 nieces came, picked me up. It only took me like an hour to get the car sold. And then, like I was like, I thought I was going to get a check that day, but I had to wait 10 more days. And I was already in the Philippines 10 days later. I was actually in the Philippines that very next day. So then that check is like just out there somewhere from selling it. And my brother-in-law, he's the one who went and got the check and deposited for us. So it was just so helpful all the way around from my nieces taking me all the way to like my brother-in-law, making sure we close that big loop, which it was a big loop.
So Money Printer Never Stops says, hey, your brother will move there. Are they getting fed up with the United States? I think eventually my brother is going to come down here once he's done with retirement. He is in his 30s at this time. He and his wife are finally getting they're getting settled, right? So she's got family out here too in Philippines. And
they're both Filipino.
They're both Filipino. I'm the one with the foreigner.
Yeah.
So I think that eventually they're going to come here to Philippines. But she's got her family up in a northern region of Luzon, and then we are out here in the Pangasinan region. So
yeah.
But whenever they visit, we're good. Like we're making improvements on this property for the sole purpose of my family, right, and her family coming out here and visiting in the province area. But it doesn't stop there. We're also looking for property near the beach, so that way we can build a beach house out there. You know what I mean? Just in case we have friends that want to stay for a longer period of time, a month, 2 months, and they want to enjoy Philippines. That's great. Like, hey, here we go. You know, no problems. That's one of the things that I want to do. I want to show about Philippines is showcase the country, all right, that I'm from, right? The beauty about it, like the tricycles, the motorcycles, the little carinderia, the toro toro, like not the big city, right? I'm talking about like when it's Christmas here in Philippines, it's Christmas here in
I'm
Philippines.
excited. I can't
And
wait.
it starts not in December, not in November, not in October, but
Started
it's
now.
in September,
It's
okay?
true.
So the burr, right? So Philippines, it's like September, October, November, December. The burr months, right? That's like the cold, the cold, the cold times in Philippines. They start setting up decorations. I'm talking about the municipality, the
Yeah,
town,
it's true.
right? The mayor's office.
It's full on.
It's like
Christmas here
beautiful.
already.
So think about it. Christmas Day. My memory, when I was younger, is the entire town, right? Because 80% of Philippines is predominantly Catholicism or Christianity. The entire town would be walking to the Catholic Church. And it's like a beautiful sight. Everyone is wearing their best dress, right? And this is like midnight. You know what I mean? They do the midnight mass. And it's like, oh, it's beautiful. And then, so that's December 25th. And then New Year's, you think fireworks in in the United States is cool? Well, think again. Fireworks in Philippines, it's everywhere. They might not have like the fireworks that's beautiful that you can look up. No, it's you, your neighbor's neighbor, your neighbor's mom. They're all playing with fireworks outside, and it's like all night. So the entire time, right? The entire time, the Filipino culture is trying to bring in this new year. They're making as much noise. I remember waking up in the morning and like there's coins everywhere and rice everywhere because it's a cultural thing where they take the coin and the rice and they throw it all over the house. And what you do is if you're the first one up, you're like you're running around, I have coins, yeah. You're supposed to be jumping up and
You're
joying.
supposed to jiggle your
pockets. It's
wear
like,
polka dots, all that. It's
Yes.
a lot of fun.
it is a lot of fun. So I wanted to take that opportunity for one, my kids to know that culture. My intention initially was not to bring my family here, but Davina convinced me, and she's like, "Hey, look, we're every passing day is one day closer that our kids are gonna be older and they're gonna go off to college and they're gonna get married. We're only gonna have this time one time when they are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Anything else after that, we're gonna miss out on. So we worked our butt off, right, in the United States to prep for this trip here to Philippines, right? Now, our initial plan is like 1 year, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 years. But you know what? So far, what do you think?
I'm loving every minute of it. I love our life here. I've been way less stressed out. I mean, the kind of stress that I deal with is not even the amount of stress that I've had to deal with in the past. I'm really happy with my work life and my balance of my family life. Like, it is really nice to be less stressed, be more healthy, and have such a strong relationship with my spouse. You
Yeah.
know, like, we have a really, really great connection, and I'm really enjoying my children. You know, like, we're able to communicate, walk them to school, tell them we love them, be there at a moment's notice when the teachers, need to end school. And it's just like, and then we get the whole day with them. Like, what do you want to do? Okay, well, let's work on those things and let's do those things. It's nice. It's a very slow pace of life.
Yeah. And so
It's beautiful.
just to go back real quick, right? Is my brother eventually gonna come move out here? Yeah, I think he will. He's just waiting for his retirement, or he needs to probably working on investments, right? He's got his own property that he's renting out in the
Yeah.
United States, and they just moved into a new place as well. As far as the economy, so money printer never stops. As the way the economy is going in the Philippines, is going to be a place to go very soon. I'll tell you, money printer, Philippines is a beautiful place, right? It's got over 7,000 islands. And the place here is very inexpensive. Now, the metropolis area, like if you look up, right, BGC, which is Bonifacio
You
Global
just spend a
City.
pretty penny there.
Oh my gosh, it is
Mhm.
beautiful. But a pretty penny for rent in Bonifacio is like $800 USD.
Yeah.
$800, $1,000 to live in a skyrise.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah,
To
you
live in a
don't have that
skyrise,
everything.
to be like in a condo, not an apartment, right? I don't want you to think of BC
No.
like it's in a hotel where the hotel has amenities, just like when you go to Vegas. Okay?
Right.
That's how beautiful these places are.
Yeah, but that's your life every day, and there's some things there's some give and take, right?
Mhm.
Like, so if you're living in the sky rises and you don't have anywhere to store your stuff, so you can't have stuff,
Mhm.
too much stuff, you know.
Yeah.
The province life is really the way to go for us, but the province life comes with a lot of grime, a lot of dirt, a lot of bugs, you know, and it is a little less expensive.
A lot less expensive.
Yeah, it's a lot less expensive.
Yeah, so some apartments here, like a one bedroom, one bathroom with living room area, right on the second floor here in Philippines is 80 piso, 4,500.
That was like a studio.
Yeah, it was a studio.
We always get these things, and it's funny.
Okay, so 4,500, $80, $85, $90 for a whole month's rent.
Yeah,
Think about that, like, dude.
But you don't have all the luxuries that you do in the States, though. Like, you're not having like that really nice AC unit. You know, you're not having like really strong internet.
It had AC.
No, I'm saying, but it is a little different kind of living. It's not like living in the U.S.
But here's the thing, though, right? So we've been, since you brought up internet, we've been having like internet issues, and we are gonna get fiber internet, which is about 400 megabytes per second. That's the highest. It's the lowest is 180. So between 180 to 400, the average is 320 megabytes per second. That is fast. That is fast, right? So the internet that we have now gets 200 megabytes per second, but it's shoddy. It's USA TV. It's like the cable company or whatever. It's kind of it slows when people are using it. It's slow, and then when people are not on it, it's very fast. But it's not the average is not where it's not stable where we need to be. It's 1 to 200 megabytes per second. So I've seen it where it's at like 5 megabytes per second, 3 megabytes per second. You know, and it's like it's just hard. I can't do that. You know what I mean? So province life, right? I agree with what Divina's saying. The province life is grimy, right? You're gonna get bugs everywhere. You're gonna have spiders. That's why we're taking the time to kind of seal up the house, because my parents' house is like a free air house, right? Like, which means that the windows are open, air is flowing through the entire house. Well, I don't want to do that because I'm used to the United States. We sealed up the house, right? We've installed insulation on the roof. We made sure we put caulking on the edges. We've installed new windows, AC units in every room, just so that way we can be comfortable. Is that possible for you? Yeah. The apartment complex that we visited, which is 4,500 down the street, right?
A piso.
Piso, 4,500 piso, which is about 80 bucks, $85, right? USD. They said that if you want to make renovations in the property, you can. Did it have an AC unit? Yes, it did. Right? Did it have a window, a sliding window? Yes, it did. It has all the amenities that you could possibly need. And if you want to make changes, like change the AC unit, the owner would be glad and happy that you're making improvements on his property.
Right.
So it's like, okay, yeah, it's not that bad.
You can
right?
make yourself comfortable, but you'll have to shell out the dough for it.
Right. But okay, so let's say you have $1,200 to $1,500, right, to deal with on a monthly basis. Let's just say you are now retired, you're a senior citizen, and you make 1,500 a month from your pension or your retirement, right? Right?
Yeah.
90 bucks
for your rent.
For your rent for the entire month.
Yeah,
good. Golden.
Yeah, food,
golden.
Probably less.
You buy a motorcycle, which is $1,000, right? If you buy it, it's cash, right? It's registered for 3 years. And so then you're good. Now that takes care of your transportation. That takes care of your abode. Now let's say you buy internet. We have internet, right? And it's between 1 to 200 megabytes per second. It's called USATV, and it is 1,500 a month. Peso, 1,500 peso a month, which is 25, 26, $26 USD.
Okay. Oh yeah.
$26 a USD a month.
I want to tell you guys how much our electricity bill was this month. This is a full month, right? With 7 AC units. We probably run three full time simultaneously. And the 3 are all 2.0, 2 horsepower. All right. Drum roll. You guys ready for our insane bill? $11,000. 11,000 peso. 11,000 peso is way less expensive than last month. Last month was 13.
Yeah, 13. Yeah.
This month it was 11. I'm interested to see if it goes down because right now we're doing construction.
Right.
So with everything going on, 11,000 peso, and then
what is that? What is that in USD?
I don't know, but our water was 28 this time, 28, and I've run that washing machine pretty much every day, overfilled it a bunch of times, and so the water, everybody's washing, taking showers. We're good. We're good. So let me see. He's using
11,000, right?
11,000
divided by 56.
Yeah, 56.
It's 196.
So our electricity was 196. How much was our water?
2,000.
28. Yeah.
Divided by 56. $50.
So 50 plus 196 is like $250 for our two. And then we got 1,500 for the internet,
which is
$26, right? You said.
Yep.
So the total price is like $275 for our what's that? Our
USD.
Our utilities.
Yeah, utilities. So we have water delivered at our house, right? So I got with the local water, distilled water,
like the
purified water, right? And because I don't have distilled water here at the house yet, it's one of my next projects. So the guy comes over and he takes about between 6 to 7 5-gallon jugs, 6 to 7 5-gallon jugs a week, right? And that's because we're going through that much water because the construction's happening. We gotta give water to the construction guys. And so that 200 peso a week times 4, that's 800 peso. And what's 800 peso?
That's our water.
What's 800
for
peso?
drinking. 800
18
peso
plus 15. Let's say 18 up. Plus 18.
Yeah.
$18. So 290. So we have $290, right, for electricity, water, and electricity, water. What else? Drinking water. So water and drinking water.
And internet.
And then internet, right? So the rest is just food. Now, let me tell you, every time we go somewhere to eat, we feed our entire family for 250 peso. That's $5.
It's pretty cheap. $6.
And that's every day.
Every day. Maybe $10 a day to feed our family.
But we can definitely a little bit more frugal than that if we go shopping. But unfortunately, our kitchen has been out of commission for the past 3 weeks.
So still $10 a day. I mean, we were doing $10 each. Actually, it was like 12 or 15 by the time we left.
Well, US?
So $30 a day in the US just for lunch.
No.
And that was us being like frugal. We're like, okay, we need to go somewhere. Let's go get sandwiches.
You're talking about like Dollar Delights from McDonald's and
it was actually
Burger King back in 2010. Yeah, that's it. No, it's more than that. It's like $100 a day.
So what are we up to?
290.
$290 US for our food and everything else. Now, we don't pay for rent because we live in our generational family home. And I'm sure when tax season comes, we'll have to pay taxes on the property. But that's about it, And I don't know how much taxes are for your family. That's something my husband has to deal with.
Just one, sweetie. says that she spends $36 on Starbucks a day.
Mm.
A day. I know. Hey, just one sweetie. If you ever visit, you can stay at our house, and we will take you
Yeah.
all over.
We're building
over
a
Philippines.
new home. It has 2 stories. It has a drive-in garage. It has 2 bathrooms, 1 bedroom. It's a 2 bathroom, 1 bedroom. Come on. Which is kind of, you know what? You need extra bathrooms out here. You cannot be waiting for the bathroom when nobody else is on it. Hobart's gonna show you
I'm gonna show you guys something
some money.
that I thought it was so cool, right? So cool. See this? This is a 1,000 peso, right? And it's just normal. It's normal, right? But it looks
It's
like it looks plastic, right? But their president signs it, right? So
Yeah,
it
that's
actually has Rodrigo Roa Duterte signing on the bill, dude.
Yeah, so this is the year. What year is that bill?
This is 2022, I think.
So that's last year's bill. Because
So this is the
year's
previous
bill,
administration.
right?
Yeah.
And it's really cool because I would have to say it's pretty genius that they have plastic as their money, because out here it rains daily pretty much ish. And so when you get these things wet, it'll continue to still be good. It's not gonna like fall apart in the wash machine. It's actually pretty genius.
Yeah.
You know, you're at the wet market and you're trading your dollars, and they stay nice.
Yeah. So just one, sweetie.
Come out here.
Yeah, come out here.
Well,
We're building.
Philippines is awesome.
We're building we're gonna build our beach house. When the beach house is done, you're more than welcome to come here. Bring your entire family. You know, and you guys can stay at our house, either here in the province or the beach house that we're gonna be building. But hey, it's gonna be phenomenal, okay? And it's not gonna be one of those things where we're gonna be watching you over, like, oh, over. No. You can stay there and come and go as you please. You go to the beach, go to the area. You know, we're not gonna be watching over you the entire time.
Philippines Antics says we need to keep these bills nice.
Yeah. I know. I'm sorry. So this one right here got washed. It got washed, unfortunately. I'm so sorry about that. But I want to go back to something that Money Printer never stops at, which is the way the economy is going in Philippines is going to be a nice place very soon. So I don't know what the previous administration did, right? Or just what the current administration is doing. But I totally agree with you that Philippines is going to be booming within the next few years, right? So property prices are probably going to be going up.
Property prices are actually very substantial.
Yeah, they're high. They're high. But here in the province, I would say one hectare, which is 10,000 square meter, right? That's about 2.5 acres of land, is about 1 million peso.
And that's on the low end.
That's on the low end. It's in the province, right?
If you did like a family deal, you could probably get it for cheaper. But like just regular buyers, it's pretty expensive.
Yeah.
You know?
So let me just going back. So 1 million peso is a little bit less than 20K. Right, 20,000. Let me just get the exact.
So yeah, I mean, if you're a Filipino and you want to come here and buy some land, you're gonna need minimum 20K just to buy land. But there's a lot of other fees that come with it. Like you need to do a survey.
17,857. Right, so
you need to do a land survey. You need to hire an attorney. You need to do a title check, like all kinds of stuff. It's not just the pay of what the property is asking for. You're also going to deal with some other, like incur some other costs. I also would say, like, okay, so my husband was he was taken by his parents to America when he was 11, right? And the youngest brother, he was still a baby. I think he was like 5, you know. So
4.
Oh, he was 4. So sometimes, you know, like the Filipinos, when they're taken to America, they want to come back to their country when they're adults, you know, so they can see what it's like living in the Philippines, because it's not so much like trying to leave the United States because it's like so like because of the economy or the politics or anything like that. It's more like just trying to have that experience of living in the Philippines. Like you haven't been here for 20 years, like to get to really live here. And when he was in the States and he was like, oh, I'll probably just go just to visit. But now that we're here, we're like, oh, I'm so glad we're here and we get this opportunity and we're learning new things about the culture that we had no idea that he didn't even know. So it's like a big blessing in disguise is like him getting to like get with his roots,
So there's a few things that were said. So Yu-Gi-Oh says that he's watching YouTubers from BGC. And so I think they also have 2 kids, but they spend a lot more money. And just one sweetie says their electric bill last month was nearly $600. Just the electric bill. All right. And Money Printer says, okay, 5 or 6 to feed the whole family. Yeah, $5, $5 USD, right, or $6 to feed the entire family.
I cook breakfast every day. Yeah. I'm a breakfast girl. I can cook longanisa, pancakes. We do get the pan de sal, but yeah, no, I do breakfast, so we don't even worry about breakfast. Eggs are really inexpensive here.
Yeah, so Dee and I walked to the market this morning to buy some bread. Yeah. I mean, dude, to walk to the market to buy some bread, everyone is saying, good morning, how are you? Yeah. You know what I mean? Everybody's like, oh, what's up, guys? What's going on? Like, the community out here, right? It's like, it's amazing. Everyone knows, we've been walking the streets like every day, but everyone knows, like, oh, hey guys, how's it going? How are you doing? Couple, yeah. It's like, we don't know them by name, but they know us. We talk to them, and it's awesome. It's an awesome feeling to be known in the community. Is it safe? Is it safe here in Philippines? Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty safe. And you want to be smart. Like, don't be out in the middle of the night. Like, be safe.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, for the most part, like, we feel really safe in our community for sure.
Yeah. So Philippine Antics is here. So
hi, Philippine Antics.
You want to talk
Thank
about
you
it?
For joining us.
Thanks for joining us. What is Philippine? If you guys, they have a channel.
They are a couple, and they used to live in Mexico, but they decided to come to the Philippines. And they're a fun couple to watch. They help anybody who's interested in coming to the Philippines. They tell you how all these really great topics. And George is native Filipino, and his wife is from America. And so they're a really great couple.
Yeah. So hey, he's doing what I'm just following in his tracks, I guess, because I brought my foreigner.
Yeah.
Here. Yeah. Just like George, he brought his foreigner. Oh, there goes that thumbs up again.
I don't know. It's like a new feature. Like if you throw your thumb up,
okay,
give thumbs up or something. I don't know.
So we started this whole thing, right? Talking about politics, right? It is politics.
Yeah, we did want to talk about politics.
Started October 19th, right? That's when they started going around and basically saying that they are running for the new whatever, right? And it's interesting. Go ahead. What's your take on it as a foreigner?
I think it's hilarious. Okay, so first of all, so there's the politicians are really like, okay, this is not the funny part, but the politicians are really coming like door to door, like, like telling you what they're gonna do. They want your vote. Your vote really matters, and they've got all these ideas and these promises, and so they go around like talking within the community. They kind of like warm you up because it's been warming up for politics for quite some time now. And then we just woke up like 2 days ago, and it was like full blast politics is here, right? Yeah. And it's so funny because I was like, it's 5:30 in the morning. What's that noise? Who is singing karaoke this early?
It's so loud.
And I don't speak the language, so I don't understand what's happening. And Holbert says, "Oh, that's not karaoke. Oh, it's politics." And I was like, "What?" And so if you really listen to the song, which is like Adele's song, that they have taken her melody and they have put in like new words that talk about like their it's their promotion. And so you can hear it like rolling in the deep, right? And it's that song but it's actually like the same melody, but like just different words, and it's hilarious. And what they do, this is the funny part, they go around the neighborhood like blasting it loud as possible, and you can hear it through your walls, and you can just hear it everywhere. And then I think some people like just play it full blast all day at their stores, and so you'll just see people walking around town with the white t-shirts. They got t-shirts, they got flyers, they're putting up flyers all over people's houses. I don't even know if they ask for permission.
They do.
But yeah, I was like, watch us have some flyers at our house when we get back home. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's fun.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So like we've been asked, like they go door to door. So this is not like the mayor or whatever. This is like the town, right? The barangay. So there's the town, and each town has multiple barangays. Where we are at least there's like 7 to 12 barangays, and these are the barangay officials. Basically, there's a barangay captain, and then they have like 7 kagawads, which is like their counselors or whatever. And so those guys are basically competing for who's gonna win. And they're the ones that's going door to door and saying, "Hey, will you vote for me?" And then they basically explain what their goal is for the next year or next few years, right? Because I think the term is like every year, I think it's every year, or every 3 years that they do that. It's nice. It's a part of culture. Is it safe? There's like a lot of police in the area that have been doing checkpoints and searches and things like that, looking for weapons, but
I think
there hasn't been any.
Okay, so I think like the barangay stuff is relatively safe. It's when people are going for like the presidential stuff.
Yeah.
Then that's when like the mayor, then that's when it kind of gets like a little cutthroat, and you need bodyguards and all kinds of stuff. Like if you guys go read news articles and stuff, you can learn about some horror stories when it comes to politics. But I'd say for the community, it seems like it's pretty safe. It seems like it's pretty cohesive.
Yeah. So it's interesting. It's fun. I think that B getting introduced to this whole thing is cool. Do I remember this when I was younger? Slightly, but not to an extent where it's like this, where like they're blaring music. And I remember lots of papers being passed out, pamphlets being passed out. I remember that. But
it doesn't matter what barangay we drive through either, or what town.
Yeah.
Because we literally were going from Tayug all the way to
Rosales,
Urdaneta even.
Yeah.
And it was just like full blast. It's politics right now. It's actually pretty great.
Not just that, right? So how does that affect the community, right? Politics here is so big that our kids get 1 week off from school.
Yeah.
1 week off from school.
So we're not gonna have any school for a full week. We're like, oh well, let's go somewhere. Let's go do something. I don't know like how safe it is to like go during that time, how busy like the different tourist spots are gonna be. So I'm really interested to see what happens in the next like week or two with this politics thing. But for the most part, we're just kind of being laid back. We got plenty to do here at the house. But yeah, the politics is in full effect right now.
So Philippine Antics is also saying, yeah, playing music, banners all over the place. It is definitely election time. So it's happening where we are. I think
it's happening where they
are.
Happening
where they are.
And Yu-Gi-Oh says, it's all the same thing.
It's all the same wherever he's at. And so Yu-Gi-Oh says, wow, Adele, I hope they paid Adele to use her music.
I know. Let me see. I doubt it. Adele, come get your cut, girl. Come get your cut.
So it's awesome. We're looking forward to it. To kind of like see, right? She's so interested. She's taking videos of these tricycles going around. And we've kind of heard about it beforehand as well. It's like, hey, do you want to be interviewed or whatever? And the guy says, no, I can't be interviewed. I'm running for an office in the town. So if I get interviewed and is on the internet, I get fined and get sent to prison too, or jail for doing an interview. I was like, we're not even talking about politics. He's like, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. It's just like, I'm not even going to cross that. I'm not going to.
I know that there was an attorney we were trying to hire, and he wouldn't get hired because he's running for
An office,
some kind of office. And we're like, oh, okay, well, where do we get our attorney then? You know, it's like,
It's pretty big here, but
Yeah.
you know what though? It's a part of culture. It's nice. It's awesome to kind of enjoy it with my kids and my wife, and so we're just holding on. Do you feel safe during election season?
so far, yes. It's
Mhm.
not like impacting my life whatsoever.
Yeah.
I did recently upload a video. I'm trying to see if it's 100% done uploading, but check back later today and see about. I did one on the. Oh my, what's happening?
gosh.
SOS.
Sorry. Yeah.
He did a butt call on his phone to emergency. Okay.
Yeah.
So I just worked on a video. I uploaded it this morning. I'm not sure if it's 100% all done, but it's about the politics. You can see what's happening in our town.
Mhm.
You can see me walking around and showing you all the posters and the music, and it's funny.
So Money Printer is asking if we're going to be partaking in the politics. No, we don't do politics, voting or anything like that. No, no participation. And then to
No.
answer your question again, Money Printer is, will we eat out tonight? Most likely, we're definitely going to eat out tonight.
It's Friday night.
It's Friday night. But the thing is,
course.
we have someone coming over. We have a guest coming over that's helping out our kids in school.
We have a tutor.
We have a tutor,
Yeah.
and so we have to be here for that. But as far as dinner, just to give you an example of what we ate last night. We went to Rosales, and we went to their
The food court.
I went to the food court, and it wasn't that bad. No Pizza Hut. No Pizza Hut. We should do a video. We should do a video to compare all the pizza.
Oh yeah, we need to compare pizza.
Yeah, this is the.
So far the OK Pizza was pizza Yellow Cab. Yellow Cab was OK Pizza.
It's okay.
It's okay.
I think I would choose Shakey's over any.
I did not like Shakey's.
Yeah, so we tried Shakey's. We tried
Okay,
Yellow Cab.
We're still trying. We need to find
what
some.
other pizza did we try?
I don't know.
That's it.
We are still looking for
There's
the right
pizza like at the
joint.
food court, but it's not something that we do. But how much money did I spend?
Oh, we had pizza at the Costco and that was
That
good.
was good pizza.
SNR has good pizza.
So how much money did we spend at the food court yesterday? I spent 600 peso at the food court yesterday.
Yeah.
So that is how much?
I spent $125 because I peeled off from them.
$12. So $12 to eat out at a food court.
Yeah, so $15 total for all.
Yeah, but this is at a food court at a mall. You know, that's going to be an up price.
It is more expensive because in the province we can eat for 250 peso.
A meal, and there's leftovers for dinner. So
yeah.
Yeah,
because she doesn't charge very much for rice. It's like 10 pesos for a scoop of rice. It's very, very affordable.
Very inexpensive. Or sometimes Money Printer, you know what we do? Well, you know what we love to do is we love to walk to the barbecue spot. And at the barbecue spot, we probably spend like 100 to 200 peso, and that's our dinner. You make rice, and at the barbecue spot they provide the meat, and that's our dinner. It is simple, right? We get our veggies at lunchtime, and we get our proteins in the evening time, and then for breakfast, Dee makes eggs and sausage in the morning, and we have pandesal, and that's pretty much our day.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Money Printer's asking, about the economy. I think Money Printer, we're not your average couple. We both did 20 years in the service. We have our retirements, and then we both have clinical background with licensing. So we can pretty much live anywhere in the world and be comfortable. It doesn't matter what country it is.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what country it is.
Yeah, we're not your
Now, I mean, if like World War III happens,
probably go back to the US.
Yeah.
And that's just because, we know strategically.
I got all my guns in the US. Yeah. World War III goes bad.
Strategically,
yeah.
The US is going to be a safer spot for our family than in
the Philippines. Right. Just because here it's closer, it's in Asia. There's a large country over here that's trying to do their thing.
The technology in the military for the U.S., like we know where it's at with like fighting technology and things like that. And cyber. There's different kind of warfares that we understand, whether it be cyber, whether it be a tactical warfare, bio warfare. There's all different kinds. Even there's warfare within governments, and so we understand all that stuff.
Yeah. So money printer never stop. I just want to let you know there's actually a current warfare that's happening right now that is happening under everyone's nose, and that
it's been happening for years.
Yeah, and you know what? It's the internet.
Yeah, cyber warfare.
Cyber warfare.
It's huge.
Cyber warfare. So if you look up these things that happen in Texas, how organizations from another country got into the system, using a backdoor.
They've used viruses to take hostage of data. There's so much stuff that if you really paid attention, you would understand that there's a lot of strategic warfare happening underneath our noses. It's just that it's not so much like people are dying sometimes, but not so much like a war where people are, in combat and things like that, and you see it. But there's also like the political warfare that's happening too. So
yeah, that's true. Going to Command Sergeant Major School
it
teaches you all that stuff.
It taught us a lot.
Yeah, it taught us a lot about politics. It taught us a lot about like how military is used. It's just amazing.
There is a wealth of knowledge.
Yeah. So just to answer your question, we don't think the same as like the regular people would. Our military background definitely allows us
different vantage points
critically about situations, especially here in Philippines as well. So we have a lot of things in place, safety mechanisms. So if something does ever happen, then we will go back to the United States. But for now, we're here in Philippines.
We're just trying to live our lives. We're just trying to be a free person.
We're raising our kids,
our children,
the way we want to raise them. And if we have to go back to the United States, then we can go back to the United States, go back to wherever we left off, but we will be fine, right?
Yeah, we're fine anywhere we go.
We're fine anywhere we go. So if you are watching this video and you're wondering how does these 30-year-old couple freaking retire early, right, to go to another country and live? It's possible. It's possible, right? But there's a lot of planning involved. Our background in the military sets us kind of like ahead. Number two, we retired from the military. Number three, while we're in the military, we use the incentives that they have to kind of improve ourselves by getting education and master's degrees, right? And then simultaneously, because we were working at the same time, we invested.
Right.
So
now we gotta look back and just enjoy the fruits of our labor, which is so nice. And when I complain to him about our spending, it's because we're not in the States anymore. We don't have those I could just go pick up another shift and I'm like, fine, it's like I have so much more I have to think about or worry about now that we're here as far as our finances go. Yeah. So the reason why we tell you guys about us our daily lives and how inexpensive it is because I know that's what you guys like to know about. You guys do want to know about how much it costs to eat food, how much our electricity bill is. But you know.
Don't even get me started with the single guys, okay? If you're a single guy looking for someone to marry, women here will take care of you.
It's true.
They will take care of you. And you know what? You know what's interesting is here is my confidence coming out, right? I don't look that bad, okay? I don't look that bad. And I definitely exude confidence. I don't fear things, right? And we would walk around, the malls or whatever. These women here are so freaking faithful. They won't even look my way. Come on, give me some attention over here. Okay? They don't do that.
I'm on your arm. You don't need attention.
But what I'm saying is they don't do that. In the US, that would happen it all the time, right?
Yeah,
all
true.
the time, all the time. Guys, girls, they'll check you out. Okay, all right. They'll check you out, and it's like up and down. It's like, okay, whatever. Hey, your zips, you zip up your pants or whatever it is.
Yeah, you're like,
right? Here they don't do that. Women, as well as men, they're so modest.
They're not
And so they're not stepping in your zone.
True.
They're not gonna go out of your way to ask you what you're doing tonight. They're not gonna do that, right? And the thing is, there's plenty of those here, right? So if you are looking for someone who will match your level of energy and will be faithful, hey, the country is 80% Christianity. Okay, these guys, everyone here is very religious. You go to a mall, like I went to City Hardware in Urdaneta yesterday. There was a portion where they did a prayer in the entire store, and all the staff, they were looking down and they were praying. Right, they're still watching you as a shopper, but they were praying and they took the time to do that. That is a part of the culture. Hey, I'm not trying to preach religion, right? I'm saying that this is a part of the culture.
It is part of the culture.
It's a part. I'm not trying to preach religion or anything at all, right? It's a part of the culture, and if that's something that you want, that's something that you're looking for, there's plenty of that out here. And you know what, girls here, you gotta approach them properly. They're not gonna approach you. You want someone, you like something, you just say, hey, how are you doing? And start a conversation. But they are not going to go from that. Like,
Yu-Gi-Oh says I'm a passport sister. Oh my God, that's funny. Yeah. I met my husband in high school, and we joined the army together on the buddy system, and we just kind of like it's just a good fit for us. Our marriage and our relationship and our beautiful children. And so I just feel so lucky to have met him so early in my life, because I definitely, I have such a good life because of my husband, so it's nice.
Yeah.
And I don't know that I'm a passport sister, but that's funny. That's funny. That's like where you go to another country, you find your mate, right? You went to the U.S. and you found me.
Yeah.
We found each other.
That's
he
true.
found me in the U.S. I don't know.
Yeah. So one more thing. So Money Printer is talking about the economy, and I just would like to outline. All right. So if the United States economy ever does go down, the U.S. economy is not going to go down anytime soon.
No.
Anytime. Look, if I can give you, right, this is free, right? This is, I'm not advising you to do anything. I'm not telling you to do this. This is for the purpose of enjoyment, right? But right now, the United States is in a kind of a bear market, right? But the best time to invest is during a bear market. And so and if you pay attention, right? Yeah, the United States is struggling right now, economy, right? But compared to the rest of the world, no. I mean, we're here living in Philippines. The economy in Philippines you can't even light a candle to the economy in the United States.
Right.
The United States is such a powerhouse that they spend hundreds of billions of dollars on the military complex.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. So will the United States ever go down? Not in this lifetime. No, not in this lifetime, and I can confidently say that, right? So you have all these other countries that are kind of like, what is that, intelligence tech or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
That are like stealing technology and intelligence, right? And they're siphoning it through the colleges or things like that.
Yeah, or the spies and things like that.
Hey, I'll tell you, they're nowhere near technologically advanced as the United States, right? Even with the shortcuts that are happening in some of these countries, and the stuff that's happening within their kind of like political system.
Yeah, I would just say, like, let's say, the layman, right, the everyday person is only seeing like the surface, like scratch the surface of what's happening with AI. But if you go deeper and you learn about what the organizations are doing with it, Like they've been doing stuff with it for years. And so like you're only seeing what they're showing you and you're getting the utilization of it now, but it's been going on for years. If you think about Google, if you go and you look at the history, Google was doing stuff with GPS for the military long before they gave permissions to the community, to the citizens for their use. And it was only because they were like, hey, this would be really good, to do maps and so that people can like find their way around. But not too long ago, we were all using atlases, so there's just stuff that we're only privy to, like here in the community, that has been going on and been used. It's been in use for years and years and years.
Yeah.
It's already been in the making.
Yeah, the microwave was used by military first.
The computer.
The stove was used by military. The fridge was used by military first. So yeah, I don't think the U.S. economy is going to go down anytime soon.
Nah,
not even close. And I can say that with confidence. I can say that with confidence. And if you want proof, here it is, right? Go look at the stock market, right? In the world stock market.
That's
and
true.
look at the top 100, companies
in the world.
Yeah. And or just the top 50, or the top 20, or the top 10, and go look at where they're all from. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then look at what they're worth, and then figure out where that goes. Okay, so
right.
There you go. Do your own research. But you know what? You got anything else to add?
No, I think we're good. We gotta go. We got things to do. Our kids are out of school. We gotta go.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining us. Carpe diem.
Seize the day. That's it.